Nothing this time. But sooner rather than later, one of these days, I'm going to turn around to find something here. And if my hypothesis about the way the ghosts interact with glass is correct, they'll think they're trapping me down here, but really, I'm trapping them. Hello, everyone, and welcome back, once again, to Minecraft from the fog. And I'm starting to think that my default coping mechanism for things that scare me is to try and put them in a zoo. Which is exactly what I'm trying to do more of today. So, it's occurred to me in trying to come up with more ideas for what to do with this series. I've kind of been trying to conquer new environments and bring them up here and make them a part of my own world. We've got the Enderman's grass block here, we've got pieces from the nether and all kinds of places, like the underwater temple. But I'll tell you one place that scares me that we haven't yet truly conquered, because we haven't yet truly made it part of our own reality. And that's the deep dark. We've never actually made the effort to bring anything back with us. Well, in truth, we couldn't. Liberty, how did you get out here? Can you maybe squeeze through there? Wow, you're like a mouse. Last time, we traveled deep, deep into the mines below Innsmouth. And we found that that skulk, the place that the warden calls home, actually makes for some real nice basement decorations, don't you think? Kind of like those glow-in-the-dark stars you used to stick on your walls as a kid. And I've decided I want some. I want some of the stuff they've got down there. And I want to bring it up and make it a part of my house. And now, in the interest of doing that, we are finally going to stop being lazy with our levels, build ourselves an enchanted hoe. It got efficiency 4, and we have a book we can use to give it Silk Touch. Which you guys have been telling me ever since we discovered the Deep Dark. Thank you for punctuating this dramatic moment sheet. You've been telling me that it can be used to harvest Skulk with Silk Touch. So that's precisely what we're going to do. We're going to go down there, and we're going to get as much as we possibly can. And I can't think of a safer and more accessible place to do it than the one beneath Dunwich. Now, I believe the way we do this is to put that on here, and for only 4 levels, we get ourselves an Efficiency 4 Silk Touch Iron Hoe. Unfortunately, this will probably make the locals very angry, so we're gonna have to be extremely careful about how we actually go about doing this. We need to hit and run. I have no idea what the cooldown is on summoning the warden. I know it's like 3 cries and it comes. Maybe if we target the criers first. Oh, I want to do all kinds of science on this, because so far I've run away every single time. And I really want to conquer this fear. It's one of the only big ones that we really haven't done anything with. Another one of you. Do I frighten you? A little bit, but it's really more of a guilt-driven frightening rather than an frightening. For the sake of convenience, we'll set our respawn point right in here. Yeah, it's the armorer's shed, but I've kind of just treated it as my own home since I did build it and all. Just like the rest of this village, practically. And we are once again going to be using our great mineshaft. It seemed before like I kind of built it and then forgot about the area, because I wanted to push on and keep adventuring. But we once more have reason to return. Actually, and it does help to notice this in a foreign land, some of you guys told me it would be really, really funny to put Herobrine to work. Now, knowing that he turns all our torches into redstone torches, why am I making redstone torches? It would be kind of funny to just leave regular torches beside redstone rails in the nether. However, that takes way too long for the purpose we need them for, but what's stopping me from just making farms of these things and waiting until later to see if they turn red? I mean, what should I use my own redstone for, right? Now, as we descend into this cave system, now made all the more atmospheric by the shadered fog, I've got something to show you. I have brought a couple of night vision potions with us, and I imagine they won't actually work for the effects that are carried out when we activate the sensors, but maybe they'll work out just in general. Oh, looks like we have a fight on our hands. But, oh wow, you guys are arming at an incredible rate. Unfortunately, it won't be enough for me and my diamond tools. I'm just worried about creepers right outside my door. Ow. Skeletons can't really hurt me all that much anymore. Now, down there, we can see actually a very large portion of deep dark. It would be helpful if we could find an easier way down. Is that water? Oh, it is. Okay, that's excellent. That's our means of entrance and exit. Rip, little buddy. Now, first things first, let's see if we can't extract some of this stuff. We can. Skulk vein is what this stuff is called. Oh, we are going to hang this stuff up all over our house after we do some testing. See, I'm not as dumb as, like, the Whale and Yutani Corporation. I know that this stuff is potentially dangerous to us, including if blocks fall on these things. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of testing beforehand. Now, if we put away this stuff, let's try the Potion of Night Vision and see what it does. Oh, Lord, it's a full bright Minecraft map. Look at this! Okay, maybe some things are better left in the dark. Alright, let's try and get this stuff. No, 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 not splashing, not splashing. Of course, if there's no one around to receive that sound, it doesn't matter. Oh, look, we can see all of the mobs over there. And with Efficiency 4, we can quite quickly remove you and grab you. Oh, we've got one for ourselves. Skulk sensor. Now, what about this stuff? We can actually retrieve this stuff for ourselves. This is so cool. I'm honestly, I criticized the RPG elements and how I wasn't all that interested in them, but I have to say, I'm having a blast learning all there is to learn about this game. Now let's hold down crouch and move down slow as we can. Nope. Okay, so while holding crouch, the water won't actually push us off the ledge. That's kind of funny. Nope, 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 nope. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this from here. And as expected, the effect against that dark effect is minimal. Yep, you're going to keep going, you're going to keep going, you're going to keep going. This is actually still quite dangerous indeed. Maybe we can find others. A couple of you down there. I wonder if the number of you going off in proximity to each other has any effect on anything. Like, will destroying more of you make it less likely that the other things activate? Let's try punching through here, although I'm sure they will still be able to hear them. But maybe it'll get us a view that's a little bit closer. You still very much do not like that. Okay, those two blocks right there are unique. So they're the ones I want to get at. How much time do I have left? 5.5 minutes? That's plenty. Gold I will happily accept. If I make it out of here with it. Listen to all those mobs. It's like they're warning me not to go through with this. Did we come in low? Did I overshoot it? No. Okay. You? Oh, no, no, no. That's not good. It's not good at all. Got you. Okay, let's start tunneling our way back up. Worst case, we close it off behind us. Tunneling is our best bet. Look at all of you. Wow. Did I find a dungeon? Oh, it's a convention. And I'm still making a lot of noise. I think... Oh, no. And there's a bunch of you behind me as well. Oh, great. It spreads. Oh, right, this stuff is made out of XP. We had mentioned that earlier on. So does that mean that it actually does incorporate what's removed from the dead mobs around it? Come on. This ain't good, this ain't good, this ain't good. Okay, we need to go, we need to go, we need to go. Go away. Oh, I'm surprised this isn't setting anything off. Does that mean we've actually neutralized the danger here? I mean, I was trying to be quiet, but it's starting to seem like maybe I don't need to be anymore now that we got rid of those blocks. Alright, well, let's back up and start doing this the right way. That just blatantly went through you. Yeah, I can actually see that punch launching them backwards now. I'm so glad we decided to upgrade this bow. Alright, I'm convinced at this point that whatever danger these guys presented has been neutralized. Of course, I still get a lot of severe nerves from dealing with them, so let's remove as many of these as we can. And get in here and start dealing with this. Goodbye. Oh, it's one of you. I'm actually not sure which is which. Which one of you calls and which one of you... You, the Shrieker, you're the one that calls. And the Skulk Catalyst, well, I'm not quite sure what you do. Now, what have we here? Horse armor, bones. Ooh, and including diamond horse armor. But for the most part, this is all stuff we can get elsewhere. Let's take as much of the rest of this stuff as we possibly can. I want it all. But more importantly, what we learned is that these locations can be made safe. That's the biggest thing of all. I wonder if it's by Shrieker or by Deep Dark Biome or what? There's another one way down there. Like, that's the thing. Do my aggros before count towards that one? Or that one, for that matter. Okay, let's sneak right on up. And... gotcha. And it doesn't get the chance. Excellent! Oh, I am so happy to be learning all this. Down there looks somewhat flat. It seems like our best bet will be to come at it from above. That'll give us plenty of distance to crouch up to it. Maybe I'm pushing my luck. There goes our night vision. I'm gonna start offhanding a torch. Oh, this just looks so horrible now by comparison. It's a good thing we're getting all this gold, because we are going to be manufacturing these things like crazy. Sometimes I wonder if the skins aren't really random. If you don't know exactly where you are and respond accordingly. In this case, you were almost camouflaged. I almost didn't notice you. Oof. That... what... Okay, I was having severe problems for a moment. That was weird. I hope there's not more of that. That could potentially be a problem. Actually, probably could have taken it to my advantage. Let's see where we are. Okay. Okay, let's plot out our route of attack. If we actually don't need this right now, let's just put that on our feet. We don't... And let's take another night vision potion for the best possible outcomes. We want to get ourselves level with that thing. Oh, bat, 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 I hate you. Bat, don't do this to me. Right, drop down here. And sneaky, 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 sneak. Sneaky, sneak. And you. No, you don't. Yeah, that's right. I own this place now. I look forward to using you as floor mats. I thought I saw another one down here somewhere. I know it was down below, but not knowing exactly where it is, it's really scary to me. There. Okay, this ain't gonna be the easiest thing. No, you don't. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Nope, no, 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 diamonds! Okay, maybe we can climb up. Go, 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 go! Ascend! Oh, I have no idea if it can still get me. I have no idea. Oh, and there's a red torch down there. I have no idea if it was there before, but it almost feels like it's mocking me. From what I remember, it'll be a while before you go away. This area should have been rendered safe, even if we did kind of Indiana Jones screw it up on the last one. Oh, wait, with our night vision, maybe we can even catch a glimpse of you from above? I mean, you'll be around for a while, right? I think you got away. That's actually really, really wishful thinking on my part to refer to you leaving as you getting away. Enderman, I have no quarrel with you. Let's try and keep away, and then we'll head back down and look for goodies. Since I don't believe that warden can actually come back. Oh, look at this place. Being able to see it so clearly is something I'm so not used to, but there are a lot of mobs down here. See, this is actually kind of a difficult thing now, is that now that we're here, it actually becomes almost harder to see this thing because we don't get to see the light shafts pouring down. They're there even at night. Alright, can we put some of our stuff away? Oh, this is actually a huge load-off. Oh, hello. Seems like it's actually raining out there. Oh, that's so cool how we actually have a means of telling that from here. But I want to go back down there and get those diamonds I was chased away from. Okay, episode 12, and we have finally finished the last of our baked potatoes that I accidentally made at the beginning of the series. So those of you who were waiting for closure on that, you finally got it. We only have 3 minutes left of this night vision, and I definitely don't want to be tackling that place when I'm not 100% sure that I can get out of there with my vision intact. Now, when I ran away, that was all down there. I ran this way, away from where it was. So if we continue in this direction, we should be able to see the diamonds, right? Oh, there's another one of you. We need to be extremely careful and hit you from as long of a distance as possible. There we go. Any more of you? I don't know. Now I'm honestly not even sure where I was. And we're going to lose this night vision very soon, and I don't have another potion. Ah, here it was. Excellent. And it's a vein. Very, very nice. That gives us 3 diamonds. Hello? There was something there, but it took me a moment to register because I was looking this way. We've just lost our night vision. And I know when I'm finished. We didn't find whatever it is you guys have said that they're guarding, but I'm happy with what we came away with. We learned a lot, and we gained a lot. And now day breaks, the rainstorm is over, and we can see straight through to the surface. God, there's so much stuff down here. Out of my way. I'll just be having the last of what we brought down, anything I want to bring up last minute, and I'll be on my way. When we're lifted up by this column of water defying the laws of physics, it's almost like a heavenly glow is picking us up, raising us out of the depths back to where we belong. But of course, anyone who's been watching this Let's Play knows I'm no angel. And the people of Dunwich might be about to find that out. Oh, stupid Herobrine, you are doing my work for me. You make it all too easy. Now, here's the deal. I actually don't understand all too well how exactly the wardens work, and how these blocks actually communicate with each other. They seem to all work in one sort of system that all culminates in your input of the noise, travels through their various components, and ends in alerting the warden. And I'm wondering, is this ability portable? Is it actually sleeping down there in the deep dark? Or does it live within the skulk itself, using it as a medium by which to travel? I intend to use the surface around Dunwich to figure that out. Now, granted, I'm going to be doing it outside the wall. I'm responsible. But I am going to be using this as a test ground for warden science. So what we're going to do is dig a thing that is, let's say, 3 deep, right? And maybe 4 across, and how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Right? Okay. Those make quite a noise when we place them down. Oh, we were just a little bit short, but that's okay. And now we're going to take a bunch of yous guys, a whole bunch of you, all at once, and you are still responding to sound, and maybe a couple of yous guys. No, nothing. This surely should have brought a warden by now. One more time? No. I think once we brought them up to the surface, they no longer work. No longer on wardens, anyway. Hello. Okay, hearing the shuffling footsteps behind me, accompanied by those whales, is actually quite terrifying. It actually sounds like there's a lot of activity happening right now. More so than there normally would be. I'm going to wait for sundown. I'm going to wait for sundown, and then we'll see if this works in the dark only. Yeah, guys, don't worry about the ungodly wails you just heard coming from outside the village. I'm just taking care of my own business, and it's really nothing you need to concern yourselves with. Pinky promise. Kinda sad for the intelligence of the glow squid that I came away from there just walking around, not even seeking them out, with 22 glow ink sacks. But I guess that's gonna be good to go with all the free signs I keep getting. Alright, let's try it one more time. Knowing that our respawn is just over the way. Still nothing. I think that proves it. This stuff is all officially safe once it's brought out of the deep dark. Alright, well, let's start pulling all this stuff up then. And this hoe is going to need repairs. I think it would actually be a real good idea to start enchanting a bunch of books for ourselves. We do have a bunch of surplus leather now. Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to rob the village of one of their protectors. But I guess you figured a border checkpoint was necessary, huh? One on this side? Oh no, I forgot to put on my gold armor. Go, 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 go! That is so funny, getting chased by one pointing crossbow at me. Ow. That's just something that happens when I go through there sometimes. I think the opening is too small. Anyway, smell you later. Well, we have diamond horse armor. Now, if I can ever just find a saddle in this Notch-Forsaken series... Actually, does armor count as a saddle? I'm assuming, for the sake of my sanity, probably not. Like, I would hate to put it on some random horse and have it just trot off into the sunset. Yep. Howdy there, Liberty. Howdy, Justice. By the way, Justice, I found some cool decorations for your tank. There you go. I figured since you're from the Deep Dark, you might like to have a few souvenirs from there. Oh, also, I was doing some thinking, and maybe you'll be better off if I open these up. I was wondering why you weren't using all this, and I thought maybe you can't utilize it because of the current. You'd get stuck. So let's start pushing that out. And now maybe you can? Oh, it looks like you're gonna try. There you go. Actually, it would probably make more sense to take this one and put it, like, right here, right? That way, that's more like your throne. There you go. Give you a nice brick stairway. And that acts as your throne. Get it? Because you live in walls of clay, and that's made from clay? Look, I couldn't think of anything. It's not my problem. Why does everybody seem to think this is a drive-thru? We are absolutely going to want to figure out how to make more gold carrots. Excellent. We got to basically mass-produce these things so that we can use them for night vision potions. Now, Liberty, I absolutely hate to do this, but I'm going to have to ask you for your lantern. Oh, look. Oh, that's hilarious. You're, like, nesting inside the Shrieker. Or is that what you guys are called? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to have to ask for your lantern for a second. You just love demonstrating your dominance. Look at her. She's flying up there to keep it from me. She knows I want to take it. But look, I have a plan for this. It's not for nothing. There we go. And you take this. There we are. Now, let's come over here. This is a suggestion that you guys made. You said to give them an amethyst shard and then play a song. Liberty's favorite song. Will you get over here? Come on. Oh, wow. I've never seen you move that fast before. Wow, you were bouncing off the walls. Well, that was a nice little dance party, but doesn't really look too different from the stuff you usually do. All right, we'll take that back, and you take... No, Liberty, come on. Here you go. Oh, okay. Guys, I see how it is. Look, I understand they're cute, but we don't need... Alright, I've gone and Googled it to try and figure out, like, okay, was I missing something? Like, did I do it wrong? And you have to give them the amethyst shard while they're dancing. And that would have triggered, like, a custom, like, animation and played sounds, which is cool and all, but the end result would have been... I don't have time for you right now, that it would have been duplicated into another Olay. It would have been like giving a Mogwai food after midnight. The pranks you guys try to play on me is just cruel. I can't afford another one of these things. You enjoy your music, but I'm not making you another one. Friggin' people trying to get me to spawn another Olay out of thin air from music and crystals that I found underground next to the giant eldritch monster. Think I'm paying for 2 colleges? Barely pay for my own college. So, this is fun and all, but another solution is definitely needed, because every time I go to make potions now, I feel like I'm playing Alan Wake. And with that, we now have an additional 7 night vision potions, all 8 minutes. Next time we go down there, we are going to be prepared, and I think the next time, we may even try the ones beneath the Innsmouth cave. Oh, you actually are carrying different stuff. I mean, it's not anything of use to me. Except for maybe the bucket of tropical fish, but I'm sure I can catch all that stuff myself. Some of you guys told me, and I had no idea that this was a thing until now, that the moon actually has different phases. And that's why it sometimes looks different when we look up into the night sky. I don't know how long this has been the case for, or what it actually affects, but that is so interesting. There's so much about this game that I don't know, and, I mean, it's things like that, something that's as ever-present as the moon, that I can't believe I never noticed. One disadvantage to this whole thing that I'm now realizing is that it also doesn't block my view, and so it may actually prevent them from spawning unless I'm looking in the exact opposite direction. Whereas the ones upstairs are meant to goad it into spawning by blocking my view constantly. But I suppose that means that each of these has a trade-off. One is meant to get it to appear momentarily and walk away, thus catching it in that behavior, while the other is meant to trigger its stare ability, to watch me from behind windows that it doesn't know aren't really full windows. You guys keeping up the good work as usual? That is excellent to see. And we should have all the honey we'll ever need to produce more candles. Of course, what we really need is more of these red flowers. We really need a better way to access this than just jumping off the cliff every time. So I'm starting to tunnel out, and we'll see if we can't get maybe some kind of parallel staircase going that goes upstairs. Ah, that brings us straight to here. Could not be more perfect. There we go. Yeah, we even found some coal in the process. I'm kind of curious to see just how it might look to absolutely coat the walls in this stuff. Oh, look, it even attaches to the ceilings. It gets all over everything. Not sure how much I like it, though. I really do want to have some room that's just absolutely covered in skulk. Also, I find it really funny that we've reached the point where we're descending into the depths of the earth, using enchanted tools to retrieve the substance which heralds the presence of old gods. And we're using it to basically just try out colors for our wall. Whoa! Well, I just got juggled by creepers. Man, this armor is really good stuff. And we're just going to be doing a little bit of reconstruction on this so that we can get the most possible bookcases. I want to be able to have these extend out to here, and then these back here. But in order to do that, we're going to have to move it all backwards. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that you need Silk Touch to break these, so I accidentally broke one or two of them. But we can use the hoe, however slow it is, to remove these. Oh my god! Okay, that one was animated. Alright, confirmed, they do that. There's been a couple that had, like, glitchy looks. I don't know if I've seen them do that before. Oh, good god, that tar-faced one always seems to arrive at the least opportune moments, least of all when we were in that mine. And we do have to go back there. Alright, well, we've got plenty of stone and bookcases in addition to what was here. So we can go boop, 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 boop. And I think that should be how it works. Now, I've read online that you can have up to a maximum of 15 bookcases affecting this. But that doesn't sound right to me, because that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you stack those too high. Oh wow, I'm actually too short. Now, you should all be capable of feeding into it. And in fact, if I were to tunnel down one, like if there were like a pit surrounding it, would that even allow us to go for a third layer? I don't know. I don't have the bookcases for that right now, but it seems like we should be able to do stuff like that, right? And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 12, 18. I don't know where every source I read was getting that 15 number from. Unless maybe the benefits just kind of cap out at a certain point? Now, I think this will be a pretty cool idea. Because see, there's a song seemingly emanating from the books which writes the spells we bind to our tools. So imagine that dark song is having a component that heralds our arrival when we get here. Basement Chicken, we haven't seen you in a while. Yep, you're always there when I finish working on something. Were you drawn by the song? I know, it's a banger, right? Oh, well, I should know that, since they and Liberty hang out over music. Oh, okay. Finally, I see that. It's an axe that can be used to quickly harvest the pumpkins. I'll be honest, I haven't really been doing a whole lot in the way of farming for the past couple episodes, because I've had my mind on other things, and we already have plenty of emeralds. Stop. You stay away from me, ghost. You can't have none of this delicious pumpkin pie. I wish I could share it with Liberty and Justice. Now, let's see what we can do as far as actually enchanting these books. Oh, this is what you've been waiting for, huh, Basement Chicken? You've been waiting for me to complete this arcane chorus. That's hilarious. Did not expect the lore with you to go in that direction, but let's see what we can do with these books. We can get Sweeping Edge 3, Unbreaking 2, Bane of Arthropods. That's weird. Will it be different for each book? No, it won't. I guess it'll probably only change after we've enchanted one, right? But I don't really have the levels for it right now. Well, this is a problem. And let me guess, if I attack you, your other buddy will aggro? That's just... Alright, well, you can ride it to the end, but that's as far as I'll let you go. Yeah, they watch me go by all the time. I guess it's only fair that they should get a ride sometimes, too. Especially since their tax resources paid for it. But now it's time for you to get out. Level up that cleric. And let's see, what kind of skills do you obtain? Ooh, you will sell us a bottle o' enchanting, which I don't know quite what that does, but we do also now have a sink for our excess nether wart. Let's see, what does a bottle of enchanting do? Oh, it does that and drops some XP? Okay, I'm not quite sure what the deal with that is. I mean, maybe it would have done something if I had pointed it at a target. Now, here's something that I was actually personally against, but a whole bunch of you suggested it, and I can't help but acknowledge that it is a tremendously good idea that makes a lot of sense. And that's that in order to fully become one with the nether, we should probably dye nether sheep red. And now, they are perfectly suited to survive in this environment, to remain camouflaged within the crimson roots. But that's not because it needs to hide from predators, no. It's so that it can sneak up on prey. 3 shots now from this upgraded bow to kill one of these hogs. That's very good to know. I figured I would come back and have another look at this nether fortress and really explore around this time, because it's something I've kind of neglected to do before, and I don't want to forget. I seem to recall there were some more complex and winding corridors around here somewhere. Look at that Enderman perched up on the floating platform. That is so creepy. Of course, we want to be very, very careful doing this. Oh! I just realized we have a hoe with silk touch now. We can grab some of the soil and use it to start growing nether trees back at home. Oh, look at you all. There's like a clan of you just hanging out amongst these blue trees. Look, the way the whole thing takes on a much cooler tone. Oh, it almost feels like I inhaled something I shouldn't have, and now these are all hallucinations. We can probably open up a little pathway here. Oh, there's like a really strange, like, ambiance that's more relaxed than the usual bubbles and flames of the lava. And yet somehow it all feels so foreboding. Like I'm being lured into some kind of trap. Oh, and the hoe also grabs that really quickly and easily. I think some of you had told me that earlier on, but I had just never thought to bring one here. Oh, but a hoe will just completely destroy these blocks. I guess we need to have it on a pick for this to work. Hello, guys. It's the Cursed Bone Brigade. Oh, you guys are all spawning in my path. That's not good. Now, these guys shouldn't really be able to bother me, but if they get close, I remember they introduce some nasty effects. Challenge here, of course, is that I have to do all this without pissing off the Endermen. Can I get you to maybe fire at me? No. The Endermen aren't having it. They're too smart for that. Ow. Actually, if we use a hoe with Silk Touch to break you, will we get you, or will it just destroy you entirely? I'm just gonna go under the assumption that I would need a pick for that. Oh, hey, look. Zombie Pigman Jr. is riding a chicken. Wait, how did a chicken get here? How did... What? Has Basement Chicken been screwing around? Like, we are so far from that portal. There's no way this is Basement Chicken. How did this happen? That's one of those things where I saw it, and at first I was like, oh, hey, they're riding a chicken. And then I thought, what chain of events would occur to make this possible? Oop, here we are. Found our way. We were here before, but I opted not to continue exploring. But now I'm here to see what this place has to offer. Now we're in a real dungeon crawler. And any good dungeon has to have loot. And it's just some gold. Nothing but worthless gold. I see another chest down there. These tight hallways make me really nervous. I should actually probably be progressing with a bow so that I don't have to rapidly switch to it if one of those skeletons rounds a corner. Being able to hear things walking around on the terrain above me certainly doesn't help. Ah, saddle, finally! Okay, good. Oh, Lord. About time. By the way, that's so funny the way usefulness of loot in a game defines values. Like, I found some gold, literally 3 gold bars, and was like, oh, I have tons of that back home. And then I found a saddle, and I was like, this is literally impossible to produce. There will never be more like it. Then again, I guess there will be 2 like it, and a whole ton of diamonds. That is the best loot I might have ever seen from a It's just spoiling me. You've got to be kidding me. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. Literally the entire series, we've been to the deepest darks, other dimensions, to the bottom of the sea, never found a single saddle. And then 4. 4 of the things in one small area. Okay, game. Okay. But, of course, you're here to oversee my success. Nope. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, no. What's going on with my health? What's going on with my health? Here's where punch really comes in handy. I can't see it. That was weird. Maybe that's more of a panic feature, a despair one. One that takes away your ability to even gauge your own health. Yeah, punch extremely strong. It's in use right now, unless it just does the thing where the thing sails right through you. It's not a special sword, right? It's probably just a regular iron or stone sword. Up. Throw down. Yep, the zombie pigmen are retaliating, but the blazes have entered the fray as well. Oh, this has gotten hectic. Goodbye. Aw, and you're gonna fall into the lava and deny me my stuff. How typical. I could actually put a saddle on a strider now. But I would have to get one close to the edge. It's not really anything I have particular use for in this moment, but it is something we have the option of doing now. If I kill you like this, yep, roast pork. Honestly, I should be setting the ground beneath you on fire before I start killing you. Now, that's something I hadn't noticed before. Why are the wisps of smoke coming off of you turning red? Wow. Look how quickly that rain overtook the entire landscape. Yeah, annoyingly, we're at a point where we don't even really need a horse anymore. However, I'm still gonna get one because we haven't really explored over the land in a while. We haven't discovered new things to build new portals to. Look at that glow that casts itself over our throne. I love this house so much. This might be one of my favorite bases I've ever built in this game. How you holding up, Justice? Still chilling in this general area? Okay, noted. Those will scream if you walk over them. My heartbeat would have been a little better if I had known that beforehand. Now, are you the same horse that's been milling around for this entire playthrough? You're not throwing me off, you are! You're the one that was hanging out further down by the mine before. Oh, wow, we tamed you, like, right at the very beginning of this series, and you've hung around all this time. Here's your saddle, and here is your diamond armor. Sometimes patience does pay off. And so I'll defer to you guys for better names, but in the meantime, I think a good name for you would be Patience. Alright, come on, Patience. We're gonna show you to your new accommodations. Just look at this. The way we look out over our kingdom. I've only just realized that the diamond armor makes us look like we're Liberty-themed. And now the ghosts are, judging by those footsteps, trying to take advantage of the fact that my eyes were currently floating in front of me and facing the opposite direction. Didn't know they knew I could do that. I hope the horse isn't spooked by bees. What happens if we... Oh, we can't push the button from here. That's sad. Yeah, you stay away. Alright, horsey, can you hop the fence? Do you have the ability to jump? You can't get over that, it seems. Oh, wait. Oh, we can, like, charge up... Is that an attack? I just noticed that bar on the bottom. You have your own health bar. I've never actually rode around too much on a horse before. Well, for now, we'll... Oh, does it need to be too wide, at least? Okay, we'll have to construct a facility just for you. Probably put it on the side over here. I believe you guys told me that we can use a lead to hitch you to a fence post, right? There you go. Oh, that is so neat. Alright, we'll leave you there until we get you some better accommodations. In the meantime, enjoy the musical stylings of 3,000 chickens simultaneously. Aw, stray kitty outside Innsmouth. Every cat should have a name. And in keeping with the H.P. Lovecraft theme, this is likely to be among our more dangerous endeavors. But I feel it's kind of necessary because I do want to get down into this place's deep dark and see if we can't find anything there. You guys have told me that there is a rare chance you were just watching me sleep. That's creepy. That's way creepier than you showing up at the foot of my bed down here in this cave, because instead of you being there right as I'm passing out, it makes me wonder just how long you were observing me for. But more to the point, you guys told me that there is a chance for a biome to spawn just beyond a deep dark. A place with all kinds of riches guarded by the warden. But if we can neutralize as many of these things as possible, well, maybe we can do something with that. I haven't found what they're supposed to be guarding yet. I don't know if I have to advance beyond them or what. But I intend to find out, and I haven't really been trying to do that because they've been so dangerous. Well, let's not mince words. They're still very dangerous. It's just that I have some means of fighting back now. Oh, I think this is actually where we need to go. Alright, so I'll go back and set up some torches. Again, when they're used as markers, it doesn't really matter if they turn to redstone. Here's one of these. And unfortunately, I don't have a great way of dealing with you. So we just kind of have to kill you when you lunge and see if we can't get down there and break it. Oh, I forgot to bring a sword. Unbreak. I just need the angle. There we go. Finally. That one was able to do way more damage than it had any right to. Tell you what I can do. Near this minecart that's kind of serving as a base, we could place this down. I did bring some iron for just such a scenario. And now we can safely navigate through there. I should also probably mine all this stuff out since I am desperate for arrowheads. Ooh, more danger loot. And all this gold indicates that this is somewhere we've not been before. Wow. That's scary. So is that. We get piercing 4. Okay, and a whole bunch of torches, which I will take. We can stack those with what we have. Every once in a while, I'll catch like a blue reflection in here, and it'll scare the absolute bejesus out of me, thinking something's standing on the other side of it. No way to know if these chambers access anything we've experienced before. There's some deep dark over there. Yep, this is where we want to be. Well, it's not where we want to be, but it's where we were looking for. Alright, let's take this moment to take our night vision. I brought 3 of these, so we're good in that regard. Grab our hoe so we can more efficiently remove these things. Oh, jeez. The zombie Oh, God, there is so much here. There you go. Yeah, all of you, get in there. Oh, this is working out to my favor so much. Yeah, using the environment. I came out of that way better than I probably should have. Ooh, diamond. Diamond, diamond. Always want more of this stuff. Look at how this thing just lays waste to the stuff. I mean, I realized that we'd never be able to do it in time, but looking at this, it makes me think you could even, like, deny the warden places to exit from. Now, in reality, if you didn't remove the alerters first, I keep forgetting what they're called, then it would get there long before you were able to clear it all out. Yeah, we have been here before. Here's that floating redstone torch. Almost feels like it has special significance even among the others we've found. Like this is some kind of important place to Herobrine. I would love to know just how deep we actually are. Like, numerically. I mean, this definitely feels like it's a lot deeper than what used to be the lower limit. But we've got ourselves some more diamonds. More. But it's gonna make me work for it. At this point, it's not even like I need them. It's just kind of an addiction. Which I suppose is what you could say for much of Minecraft. Hello. A dungeon. Well, I'll take that, since I didn't find what I was actually looking for. We can't actually crit you if we have nowhere to jump. Goodbye. Oh, and we found another one of these. I guess Liberty will probably like to have it. Beetroot seeds. What's beetroot? Okay, well, I suppose I'll happily accept something new to farm. Yeah, it almost feels like a consolation prize at this point. I want to know what those things are guarding. I mean, I have an idea, but sadly, I think the Innsmouth system is more or less over and done with at this point. There may still be more I haven't seen, but I don't think we're going to find whatever it is that can spawn off of the deep dark. So I think it's time we move on to other places. Even the Dunwich one, even though the section that we were in didn't have what we were looking for, I still think there might be more there because there's so much of that cave we haven't explored. I looked up and you actually kind of scared me, Patience. Alright, it's just because you're blue and I've been trained to fear that color and... never mind. Timing. Timing. Grow that out. Grab it. Okay, so I guess it doesn't have to grow like that. We can just put it somewhere. And maybe it does or maybe it doesn't need water, but it seems like we can probably do it in rows like this. And so what actually is this stuff? Because it's a food item. But does it have any special, like, properties? Or does it just heal us up? Actually, very, very small amount of food. Maybe it has some kind of other use. Perhaps in, like, potions or something? We came out of there with 10 diamonds. Giving us pretty much as we've ever had after going into such a low amount. Not to mention, we never need to use them for shovels or pickaxes ever again. I might not have found what I was looking for, but I certainly found a lot. Alright, Patience, come here. Oops, no, I don't want to put a lead on you. I want to get on you. There we go. Come on over here. Your new home is all finished. Of course, there's room to expand later on. I just wanted to get something there so you could spend the night. There, see? I suppose I'll put a door in the side or the back since this is technically fenced off now. And look at this, Patience. Don't you love it? Now, instead of these boring, vast plains and fields and hills, you can hang out under here, in a roof. How cool is that? Those don't occur in nature. Except in caves, but if I found a horse in a cave, I'd be very disturbed, to be honest. If we punch through right here... that will show us right to you. Right there. And that is that done. This went from being a hallway with 2 doors to a hallway with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors, plus a doggy door and a staircase going up. Do you hear it too? No, I don't hear anything. Although I'll tell you what, I will leave you here as part of my ever-growing sign farm. If there's enough of you, maybe I could sell tickets as a tourist attraction. Just so I'm clear, and because I may be about to die, let's enchant one of these books, Unbreaking 2, alright? And if we put in another one... yeah, then we actually get more stuff. Alright. But we're going to need to level ourselves up some more. Let's once again enter the Dunwich Caves, because I really want to walk around and get a feel for just what all is here. I haven't really explored it too much, and even though the deep dark that's here has been conquered, I know there's a lot more, and I know that there's got to be something else to be found. I have on me 4 potions of night vision, and I'm ready to take this thing on. Now, if I recall, we were able to see a lot more caverns from over in that direction. So that's the way I'm heading. Come on. There we go. Once again, forgot my water-breathing potions in case we want to do some cave diving. Gold has actually become valuable in more of an indirect way as well, because we get a decent amount of XP from smelting it. Not to mention what we get from selling it to the cleric. This episode is starting to feel like some kind of Twilight Zone ironic twist of fate, where I'm cursed to find what I've been looking for this entire time and now no longer need, and can't find what I'm actually looking for. Stop that. I am so glad that I have this night vision potion, or that would have hit a lot worse. If I could even see you in the shadows there. Yeah, you're not much use to me, so I'm going to kill you, but I do actually have the means to cure you now. Oh well. Oh my god! Okay, what are the chances of this occurring? Alright, start knocking them back. No, okay, this is not the... choke points do not work in your favor when it comes to creepers. Guy... die... no! One more? Thank you. Oof. What is this? Block of raw iron? Okay, I've never seen one of these before. It must be some kind of rare spawn. I mean, it's certainly appreciated. Wait, I could probably, if that's the case, condense my stuff down. Hang on, there's a whole bunch of iron here. Oh, there's tons and tons and tons of it. Stop you. I'm trying to do science here. I don't need you watching my back. This doesn't need to be supervised work, but if I had a crafting bench, I could probably put all this together into a raw block of iron. And in doing so, use a crafting bench to condense my inventory space while caving. So weird seeing these things living in just a little pool. I'm going all over the place. This place doesn't seem so large once you put on the night vision. But I'm not seeing any additional deep dark. These caves are seemingly endless. They're still so huge, but I'm so far from where I came from. Luckily, I have a decent sense of direction when it comes to these things, so I know roughly how to get out of here. But honestly, it's like a long sprint away. Oh, what is all this? Hang on. Start tunneling our way down. Oh, I should have filled up a bucket with water if I could find some. Ooh. Yep, we found another one. I still don't see what it is we're looking for, but we have certainly found another one. Okay, we really need to mark where we are. Nope. I don't even really care that I'm breaking this stuff. Actually, it's kind of good to just get the XP right now. But we need ourselves a staircase going down this way. And I don't want to break this hoe before I've neutralized the threat, at least. It's these angled things like this that make it so difficult. We need to be on level with you so that we can... This is going to be hard. Okay, land right here. Sneak around. And then maybe we can... I'm crouching. I'm literally crouching. Maybe I'm too close? I don't know. I don't know. Gotcha! Now we hope there's not any more of you. We can continue, and it actually goes quite a long way. So maybe this could have something to it, or maybe not. More down here. Ooh. It's always scary when it forms in caves like this. That one's going to make it difficult. And it continues ever deeper. You were the bonus one that wanted to make life difficult, huh? You would have been the scary one that I didn't notice until the last second. Can we just barely get you from here? Yes. I should also be removing these just in case there's more. Actually, just because I'm curious, can I put lava in a bottle? Oh, no, I can't. Hi. I thought mobs couldn't spawn on this stuff. Unless you came from elsewhere. Which means that there's elsewhere around. Nope. And another one of these things, too. Yeah, this is definitely our next most valuable space. I don't need any sass from the soundtrack right now. That was a bit weird. Good job triggering the walking, but you didn't really analyze that situation correctly. Oh man, I'm so lost. At this point, I'm just pressing forward in the hope that I'll find something. But I truly have no idea where I actually am. Anytime we enter a new area, we gotta be real careful. The name of the game is all about spotting these guys before they get a chance to do anything. It's when it completely covers the walls and ceilings that it really feels like you're getting down into somewhere you shouldn't be. Nope. Nope. Gotcha. I think the official doctrine for if this thing comes after us is actually just going to be to dive into the walls and close it up behind us. Because we are carrying far too much, and we're never going to get back to it in time. We just straight up cannot get that. There's no way. Oh, my God. Your eyes. I thought you were... It blended in with the stars and you were all in shadow. Listen to me just calling them stars now. How many of you guys we removed? We've removed 6 shriekers and 23 sensors. Slowly but surely, but it is happening. Nope, we gotta go, 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 we gotta go. I shouldn't be doing this. I have no idea when it'll actually trigger. That's the problem. We have to have somewhere to run. Stop that! Oh my God! Why is it that you guys seem to draw straws at who's going to be picking on me in this episode? here is where we got the one. Yeah, you guys are all gonna have to go. Gotcha. Oh, this is actually threatening to break our not even diamond, iron hoe. I don't have the means to fix it right here. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. That might bring it in. Yep, there it comes, there it comes, there it comes, there it comes! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go. We may have to employ our official doctrine. Yes, we will! Okay. Commence Operation Scaredy Cat. Okay, I have no idea how I'm gonna get out of this. So here we find ourselves once more. Now is not the time. I had read that after 60 seconds of not detecting anything, you should leave. Does that mean that you are detecting me right now? It's a good thing our pick is very durable. A diamond pick with Unbreaking 3. But even then, it may be asking a lot to get us out of here. Maybe, we're not that deep. We're hitting regular stone again. But the warden's making new noises. Best case would be we tunnel into a cave. Okay, I guess we are close to a cave. Are you gone now? I'm not talking to you. Seriously, bro, you gone? Kind of sounds like you are. But of course we'll want to double back if that becomes an issue. Yeah, I can actually hear other mobs around. That's probably what kept it spawned. Yeah, the sound of you breaking will alert the others. Maybe if we... No. No, I don't even know where the thing is. Okay, yeah, no, you're gonna aggro again right away. Right away, we gotta go, 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 we gotta go. No. This way. Yeah, this is over. This is over. But I think if there's gonna be something here, like, if we're gonna find one of these things, it's gotta be here. We're gonna have to mount another trip. But before we can do that, we've got to make our way out of here. We're not as deep as I thought, right? Because we're coming upon this stuff. I'll tell you what might actually be kind of useful. And I know this is a huge no-no, but I think we're high up enough that we can get away with it. What if we try just stacking our way to the surface like this? I mean, look, because the way I see it, if we do this, we can make a beacon, not like a beacon, but, just something to point our attention this way, and use that to find this location and use it as a shortcut to get back to here. Of course, there is always the possibility we're under a mountain or underwater. And it's... Oh no! We're... Oh god, that was terrifying. We're under a frozen lake! I'm definitely gonna have some new things to think about and explore. But that'll be next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this mod out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.